Pisces, this week brings a rewind to bring a refresh into your life. Even if you have to keep things close to your chest as you maneuver the next part of your strategy, that's all for your betterment, okay? And for your betterment, it's in the area of love, career, and the gold coin, okay? You've had some ups and downs over the last couple of weeks, no doubt, but now it's starting to level out and you're kind of strategizing for next moves. And if you just lift your head up and keep your eyes open to the universe, that's where all that deliverance becomes. All that good fortune comes your way, really, because there's new life available. You could just even see from the outlook of the cards, the brightness, the capabilities of you, the potential, that the opportunities that the universe and God wants to give you, and you could just fly off in new directions. So no shutting down in any way, shape, or form. Again, strategies for your betterment this week, even secretives. And people see you as somebody that's on the move, but in a really quiet, stoic way. And that's fine right now. That suits a Pisces really well. So again, just keep your eyes open. Lots of new opportunities on the horizon that you're generating as well. So it's really nice to see. This is going to be a really favorable week. So keep up the good work, Pisces. So that's the general reading. Let's see why I was saying all this stuff. And that first card placement is this, it's significator. That's like the general overall reading, along with this guy in the 7th position, which is so important. He's the Fool. He's the major arcana. He starts the major arcana. And that's why, along with the Death card in our hopes and fears, is why I was saying about new opportunities, new potential, new lands, literally, a whole new refresh. Even in the present day, that 8 of Wands literally means the refresh, rejuvenation in the area of the creative. And creative for a Pisces could touch your heart. It could touch your work, your community, all those things. And God wants you to get out there and start doing those things, because even if you're feeling like you have to maneuver in secret, that's for your benefit. That's the 7, the contemplation, meditation of next moves in the area of our thoughts. Strategy, analytical thinking might need to be applied. And that's why we might have to keep those things close to our chest. And that's fine too. But don't let it hinder your ability to start new ideas. Or if you feel like you have people being secretive to you, that is so not cool, and that would be a red flag immediately. Flush that out to see if that's true. But maybe that's why you need to go in new directions, new opportunities. He's the planter, he's the harvester. It's Mother Earth manifested in like Johnny Appleseed to have a whole bunch of new ideas to spread around, but it's kind of being blocked. This is being blocked by that. So it's kind of an interesting combo. So whatever that way applies for you, if it's you keeping secrets, good. But if it's other people not doing it cool by you, and holding up your ideas, then move on, okay? And that's maybe why the 3 placement here is too. That's God's answer. And that's the Queen of Pentacles. She's the royal leader in business as well, and she's really a great one. Like, you have the Emperor and the Major Arcana, and but she's fantastic because she's really warm and loving. And she's a great role model too. And she's benevolent and she's compassionate and she's grateful. She's just wonderful, all right? And that's you. So don't have any doubts about planting these new ideas, because that's her son over there going out to follow her orders. And that's kind of God saying to you, I've got your marching orders. Let's get busy, Pisces, okay? And have trust. And part of this too is, I think it's just from the long journey you've taken in the 4th position in the base of the matter of the reading, and I like to say the gut. The Page of Cups is self-love, right? It all starts there, and you're just kind of getting used to it. And maybe you've had a lot of thinking. That's not a great place for anybody sometimes, but especially your Pisces. And if it's blocking your ideas, it could damage your self-confidence. So don't let it. That's why it's there, to remind you to have all the self-love that you deserve. And it's interesting because the 5th position is the 6 of Wands. So you've just come out of a kind of celebratory state with other people, which is really nice. So trust this. And maybe that's why maybe now it's getting a little secretive and you need to start on your own. But either way, whatever that reflection is, remember that you helped me create this. So whatever you helped create in the past, what makes you think you can't do it in the future? And I'll definitely validate that as well in the present position. In the 6 is the 8 of Wands, the rejuvenation, restart, like I said, in the area of the creative. And Pisces love to ride with the fish. It's a part of your domain. So allow that chapter to happen, okay? And again, it's just God giving you forth all this new energy to say, let's go kick it. And then especially with the Fool, because he comes out of dark times. He's no fool at all. He's got the connection to God. He's got a new day dawning. And it's a really special card because it literally begins a new chapter of life lessons. And maybe the last chapter was a little tough, but that's part of life, right? And now a new beginning starts. And I think with these kinds of cards, the new beginning happens to be really nice. All right. So trust that. And people, like I said, view you as someone that's contemplating next moves in strategy and analytical thoughts. And I'll also say this, because the swords can sometimes deal with legalities. If you've got that, people are worried that you're really smart if you're going up against other people that are kind of blocking your idea. And because it's sitting next to this 6, if that's any reflection, just know you've got an upper hand here, so don't lose it, all right? Just keep that stoic and confidence, and while that is building up your self-love too. Because in Hopes and Fears is the Death card, another major arcana. And it could be the grief from losing people, even being in the process of losing people, or even, like, more importantly, usually in tarot, it's leaving old life to have new life. And because it's sitting in our hopes and fears, we kind of want new life, but we're kind of scared of new life too. And that's just normal. All right. But it's coming anyway. I don't think you have a choice, Pisces, because in the outcome is the Ace of Pentacles. And that's the upsurge of energy just to want to make a material mark in the outside world. And that's fantastic. And see him, he's not a young guy. You know, he's got experience just like you. Oh my God, I just noticed the tail on him too. So he's like a little Capricorn, part fish, little Pisces. So you could definitely relate to this. And get yourself by water if you need to kind of do a refresh to unwind, you know? So no worries here. It's all about new starts, like I said, and God's paving the way for that new life to begin. And this guy's ready to go kick it down the trail and say, let's have some fun and imagination, inspiration, which I guarantee has been lacking for a long time. And it's starting to be sparked in you again. And that's really beautiful. And that's in the bonus card. It validates that as well. The Knight of Wands is, let's go take a ride for imagination, inspiration. I don't know where we're going, but here I go. And I've already accomplished some stuff in my deck. It's the Golden Fleece, right? So believe that about you. You've got all these capabilities, and now they get to reemerge and, again, do things differently than you've done in the past. That gives you that rewind to go back and say, how would I do things differently now in this new horizon? And that serves us so well. And I think you're going to start to understand why you had to go through those tough lessons to get where you are now.